Welcome to the world where Earth touches the clouds. This is Kodaikanal, the princess of hills. Hello everyone, welcome to my first vlog. In this video, I am taking you along a journey from Bangalore to Kodaikanal. Four of us decided to go on a 4-day trip to Kodai on two bikes. Once the bikes were all set, we hit the road around 2 am. For the first 70 kilometers, the road was not that great, but the road improved significantly after that. As we reached the better stretches of the road, we hit a sudden traffic jam. We found out the police had blocked the path for heavy vehicles, but luckily they allowed us bikers to pass through. Around 6:30, we took a stop. We thought of having breakfast at this spot, but the shop only had tea and sandwiches available. They told us the main breakfast wouldn't start until 7. Within a few minutes, the sunlight started to peek through the hills and the fog. The place where we had our tea break was called Aharam. After that, we decided to leave. As we were passing over the Kaveri River in Trichy, the views were so stunning that we couldn't resist. So we decided to give a stop here. At some point, I saw this person cycling here. This reminded me of my cycle days. We then continued on, and the highway was just amazing. After a long search for a place to eat, we finally found a restaurant near Dindigul where we stopped for breakfast before hitting the road again. As we continued our journey, the four-lane highway narrowed into a two-lane road, the harsh sunlight began to fade, and the scenery became much more lush and green. We began to climb the Ghat, which was a long stretch of 40 kilometers. There were no much sharp curves, but every bend revealed the breathtaking scenery. The fog and the hills played off one another, alternatively hiding and revealing the beauty of highlands. After reaching Kodai, we were heading towards our stay, which we had already booked. At one point, the map showed us a route that looked very steep and had difficult inclinations. We decided to pivot and take different route. We finally reached our stay around 12:30 pm. After freshening up, we set out around 2:30. The view from our starting point was stunning. We had planned to visit Kodaikanal Lake after lunch, so we had our lunch at A to B and then headed out. But by the time we reached the lake, it was incredibly crowded. So we decided to head to Brand Park instead, which required driving all the way around the lake. As we circled the lake, a heavy fog began to roll in. As you all can see, how the fog had settled over the lake. With every passing minute, the intensity of fog went on increasing. Brand Park, where a thick fog had completely hidden the small lake from view. Despite the fog, the flowers were beautiful and vibrant. We spent some quality time walking the grounds together before heading over the Cocos Walk. We headed to Cocos Walk, a scenic path where views shifted beautifully with every step. We enjoyed some snacks along the way. Just as evening set in, we reached the tower at the perfect moment before heading out. On our way back to the room, we ran into some huge traffic. It made us so glad we had the bikes. We felt very lucky to be able to bypass the mess and get home quickly. That's all for day 1. More from this trip will be in second part, so stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please hit that like button. See you in the next one.